This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Now here's Johnson. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Mourning. Williams looking around. Outside for Irving. Puts up a three. This should be a real chess match tonight, Grant. These teams both love to get set up and run their plays.
Yeah, you know, B.A., you got two patient teams who execute on exactly what their coach has drawn up for them. Trusting in ball movement to find their shots is the key.
Griffin on the wing. And Griffin slams it in.
A little extra spice on that one from Griffin, showing off his athleticism for all the fans.
Outside Curry. Fires the three. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. Deflects the pass. Pass to Manning. Cunningham outside. The kick out. Curry. Back to Cunningham. Launches it. It's rebounded by Charlotte. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. It's stolen by Johnson. Down low. Oh, blows the alley-oop jam.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Williams grabs the board. And Williams has got the ball here for the Hornets. And even as the Heat look to go younger, this is not a team with an appetite for lengthy rebuilds.
Yeah, B.A. But one advantage they possess, when star players around the league ponder a change of scenery, Miami certainly has some great views. Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Cunningham. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
Outside Irving. Screen by Griffin. Oh, there's the alley! And an emphatic jam on the lob.
And that right there was vintage Blake Griffin. After all his injuries, it's awesome to see him hammer down the alley-oop.
Here's Curry. Manning. Knocked away. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Irving. The three. Here's Mourning. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Here's Manning. Still without a bucket. Pass to McAdoo. 4 on the clock. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Miami making a switch here.
Substitutions for your Heat.
The Hornets with a lead. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. I brought up Jalen Williams, and Coach said that he has a plan. Williams is an impressive all-around player. Coach did admit that, but we're hoping for some physical, high-pressure defense that will put him off his game a little tonight. A simple strategy, but Coach seems confident that it'll get results. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Miami, no good that time either.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
To the middle. Here's Mourning. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
They're really working the paint now.
Heat trail by 5. Curry with it. Pass to O'Neal. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And we think of Curry as a shooter first, but they're reminding us how good a passer he is.
Here's Irving. Here's Mourning. Miami grabs the miss. Fast break. Here come the Heat. "55 seconds left in the first quarter." Rebounded by Johnson.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Screen by O'Neal. Out to the right wing. Here's Moncrief. No good with the triple. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nifty move. Johnson. O'Neal pulls it in. Heat trail by 5. Curry surveys. Shoots over Johnson. Shot is good by Curry. Curry's got 7. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Hornets out in front, up 3. And we'll...
14.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Here's the pick. Here's Westfall. Here's McAdoo. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Hornets leading by 3. Pass to Whiteside. Left side out of Bio. Here's Shrimp. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
I doubt that's what they were looking for, but it works out.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Westfall. 5 to shoot. Pass to O'Neal. The 3-ball. Westfall, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Smith, no good. Heat trail by 5. To the inside. And that one's good. McAdoo. McAdoo's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
It's Johnson with a drive. Banked it in off the glass.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster. Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. To the right side. Pass to Shrimp. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Shrimp's got 5 now.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And here's Adebayo. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And it's Thomas off the drive. Takes a 13-footer. Hornets with the rebound. Here's Shrimp. From 9 feet. The kick out to Wall. Oh, drains the 19-footer. Wall's got his first bucket in this one.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Pass to Whiteside. And here's Smith. He's scoreless. Here's Shrimp. Three-pointer off the mark.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
King gets the bucket.
Well, great job to push it up the court with the pass, and they get a nice transition score.
Pass to Adebayo. Here's Wall. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one. Well, Grant, we know teams are hunting triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little free happy, though?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it.
Pass to Westfall. Shot clock at 5. Here's King. Hornets with the rebound. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Miami Heat said Coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. Who can impose their will longer than the other team? Back over to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Understand while they're cobbling together an offense, the Heat will always compete defensively.
Well, BA, only 2 seasons in the last 3 decades have the Heat been below average in defensive rating, making that commitment a key pillar of the Heat culture.
Here's Shrimp. Charlotte again missing. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Curry's shot is off. Charlotte leading by 8. Right wing. Smith with it. And Lively picks him up defensively. And there's a 3-second violation. 27 seconds left in the first half. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Here's Charlotte. Wall for 3. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Outside Curry. Inside. Here's Lively. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And so it's Charlotte. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be right back after this word. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Denied by Adebayo.
What a defensive force. Dan sees him cut at the rim and denies him the bucket.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Adebayo sets a screen. Ball for 3. The rebound by Manning. Heat trail by 9. And that one is hammered home.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Pass to Adebayo. Now Whiteside. Back to Smith. Wall with it. Checked by Wall. Another shot. And he takes it up and lays it in. Wall's got 9.
Assertive play by Wall inside. Pushing hard to find himself a shot.
Here's Curry. The rebound by Whiteside.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
On the break. Here's Moncrief. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
I liked what I saw on both ends that time. Hustling on defense to create some offense.
To the paint. Here's McAdoo. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Smith outside. Pass to Whiteside. And pushing it up. Here's Miami. Flushes it down to finish the break.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Back to Smith. A deep three. The rebound by Manning.
Hustling down that rebound. Big man playing big.
Cunningham outside. Outside Curry. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. And a two-handed jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And timeout called by Charles Lee. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Pass to Irving. Back to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, and Johnson slams it in. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
The three from Curry. Doesn't go for him.
And the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And looking at Jalen Williams, is there a part of his game you like best, Grant?
You know, it's tough to pick just one, B.A. He's such an all-around player. He can guard point guards, post players, you name it, and can score from anywhere on the court.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Thomas has got the ball here for Miami. 4-point game. On the take. Up and in on the layup.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Mourning. And stolen by Cunningham. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the third quarter.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal, then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Williams misses.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Here's O'Neal. Inside. Oh, it's stolen. Pass to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
And that's on the defense right there. Griffin is too good once he gets the positioning he wants.
It's Thomas on the wing. Now here's O'Neal. 6 on the shot clock. Hey, how that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Outside, Williams. Pass to Mourning. Here's Irving. Down low. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
3/4 of play and a close one here. It's the Hornets.
The Hornets, 45.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Hornets with the lead. Outside Johnson. The kick out to Williams. On the wing, Irving. 14 feet away. Rebound, Miami.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Here's Griffin. And he banks in the layup. And the Hornets lead by 4. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea. And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He thinks they're still very much in this game, saying it's right there, but it's on us to take care of it. We have to make it happen, hoping to inspire his team here.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Heat trail by 6. Curry on the drive. And he makes it.
They're having a good half offensively, shooting over 50% from the field now, trying to close the gap.
Pass to Mourning. About a minute and a half into the 4th now. Now Williams. He's covered by O'Neal. Just 5 to shoot. Williams' shot is good.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Curry goes in. Some solid defense from Williams.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Pass to Mourning. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Now Griffin. Outside for Irving. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. On the attack, Curry. Ball stolen. Pass to Irving. Outside Johnson. And the layup is good off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Charlotte lead.
Can't argue with a chance like that. Give me more of those.
Now here's O'Neal. Defended by Griffin. The 3 from Curry. And again, no good by Miami.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
Williams outside. Here's Irving. 5 on the clock. Throws it up. Cunningham there for the rebound. Heat trail by 8. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson.
Substitutions for your Heat.
The 3 is in.
Talk about stepping up. I mean, that is a huge three-pointer.
Well, guys who can make big shots at the end of games have become a necessity in this league.
Curry fires. Can't hit it.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Ingram with the double team. Now here's Irving. 6 to shoot. Williams outside. Here's Johnson. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Heat trailed by 5. Outside Curry. From deep. That's tipped. And he gets it back. No good from 3.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance. But look, he's got to find something easy.
Here's Irving. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 5. Irving outside. Puts up the tray. Cleared away by Ingram.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Now Irving. On the wing, Williams. Here's Irving. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
Yeah, so crafty at drawing fouls. Kyrie really enjoys going at the defense and daring them to get aggressive.
And he ends up making the second. And that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Timeout.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. The pressure is on. And he's got a plan to share with his guys. The Hornets making a switch here.
Charlotte substitution.
Right side Ingram. Here's Curry. Jacks up a 3. Money from 3.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief. Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Here's Curry. From downtown. There he is. The 3-point king delivers on cue.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
Now Johnson. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he's able to hit the second one. And that'll put him up 2. Ingram with the ball. They could win it. Buries it from outside.
He's tenacious, hitting from the perimeter while drawing the foul.
And the free throw, no good. So a close game sees Miami taking this one. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They win. Until the